Hello everyone, and thank you for taking a look at this video. The purpose of this video is mainly just for educational purposes. I've watched several videos on how to build a canopy or a bimmie cover for a Intex Excursion 5 inflatable boat, but I couldn't find one that just seemed to fit my needs. I mean, I found some stuff that was very intricate and, complicated to build, but I just wanted something that I could just take out to the lake with my wife and 2 kids and just put it together and be on our way without having to worry about having to screw something here and all that other stuff. So this is what I came up with. So this will fit perfectly a Intex Excursion 5 inflatable boat. Okay, I used 1-inch PVC pipe. And if you use the 1-inch PVC pipe, it will fit perfectly in the holes that hold your fish, the fishing pole holes that are around the edge of the boat. 1-inch PVC pipe fit perfectly. I will say this: the little inserts that came with the boat, these things right here, these are meant to go inside the holes for the fishing hole mounts, but even a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch PVC pipe will not fit this completely. But if you don't put these inserts in, a 1-inch PVC will fit in the hole perfectly without those inserts. So basically what this is this is 5 10-foot pieces of 1-inch PVC. This entire project will cost you less than $40 to build. That includes the paint, that includes the fittings you need for the PVC and the PVC pipe itself. So I will put all the items that you need for this project in the description, but I just wanted to show you in the video how I actually put it together. So my wife, she sews, so she actually sewed a cover that goes over the top of this, so you can't see it right now, but honestly you could use tarp. It doesn't really matter. If you even Lowe's sells canvas for painters, it's basically drop cloth, and you could use something like that. And in fact, I have some clips that you can actually just put the canvas over this, and the clips actually just come onto this and hold it on. In fact, I'll actually show you right now. So on Amazon, these clips right here, you can get like a pack of 20 for, I think I paid $10 for the ones that I got. And basically these are 1-inch by 4-inch PVC snaps. And all it does is if you get, and it works with canvas. I used a painter's drop cloth for my canvas to go over this. All you have to do is just put the canvas, tighten it up, and then these right here just snap right on, and it's not coming off. It is very snug on there. In fact, to get it off, you actually need to pull it. So I mean, that would be a quick way to get a canvas on there without having to worry. If you don't know how to sew, then you won't have to worry about having to figure out how to sew the corners together. I just happen to be lucky enough to have a wife that knows how to sew, so she was able to do it. But besides that, that's how I hold the canvas on. The rest of it, okay, so you have 4 of the 90-degree elbows. Again, this is all 1-inch. 1-inch, 4 of these elbows here. Then you have 4 of the 1-inch tees. And then you have 2 of the 45-degree elbows here. Okay. You can try to use the 90-degree elbows for the middle, but at least when I tried it, it was too steep, and it just didn't look right. So to me, the 45-degree elbows actually make it perfect. So I cut basically, and it's real easy to cut these pieces. You can buy the PVC cutters at Lowe's, Home Depot, any hardware store really, and they're very inexpensive. If you buy the name brands, of course you're going to pay more for it, but at least in this case, I mean, you can get a nice pair that'll cut the PVC for probably less than $20. So again, I already had that in because I do other PVC projects as well, so I already had the pliers. But in the long run, it may save you time and money just being able to have those pliers and be able to cut the PVC. So the two, you get one 10-foot pipe of PVC. You cut it in half, so two 5-foot sections, and that's what this is here. So these two middle sections, this one and this one over here, those are actually two 10-foot pieces cut in half, and then the 45-degree elbows are in the middle. Now the sides, 10-foot piece cut in half, I actually cut these a little shorter than they were originally, because whenever I got it mounted on the boat, the 5-foot sections sit way too high. So I cut roughly about another 2 inches off of each corner, which is basically these pieces here. I cut about another 2 inches off of each corner, and that, to me, it was perfect. It gave us enough headroom to where we can get in and out of the boat without hitting our heads on the canopy here. And it's still low enough to where you're going to get shade out of it later on. Besides that, the rest of it goes together relatively simple. I believe this is a 5 1/4 inch piece of PVC here. You'll have plenty of leftovers. You'll have leftovers once you actually get all these pieces cut. And I'll put all the measurements for each piece down in the description so you'll know what they are. But I believe this is a 5 1/4 inch section here, and then I have the T here that goes to the 1/2 of the bar that goes in the middle for the canopy, and then the same thing over here, another 5 1/4 inch section, the T, and then the part that goes in the middle. On the Intex Excursion 5 inflatable boat, the back side of the boat is where the fishing pole holes are actually closer together than the ones at the front. So your pole that goes right here is actually going to be slightly longer than the one that goes in the back. Just FYI, okay? I want to say it was roughly probably maybe about 3 or 4 inches shorter than the front. But now, right now I have all the legs straight. One thing I forgot to mention is that when you actually, right now I have the poles standing straight up, but whenever they're in the boat, the fishing pole holes actually have a very slight angle to them. So whenever you build this, you want to make sure that you do your measurements for whatever boat you may have. Make sure you do the measurements for your boat, because at least for the Intex Excursion 5 inflatable boat, they're at a slight angle. So each one of these actually angles in, so they're not completely straight. So just be aware of that. You can glue these pieces if you want. In fact, I think I glued the elbows so I don't have to keep taking them on and off every time. And then I glued this piece here so I don't have to worry about losing these middle pieces here. And then the T's actually swivel, so when I get out to wherever I'm putting the canopy on the boat, I can just pop it on and just swivel it however I need to get it to fit. I actually painted mine, so of course, I'm sure you know when you buy PVC, it's white. But I actually painted mine gray so it would actually match the boat. So I used just primer gray. I think it was maybe $3 a can, because I bought the off-brand stuff before, and I mean it didn't hold up very well. So I used a name brand primer, and I mean it holds up very well. When you paint down here, I would encourage you to tape around the edge here. So when you actually do the painting, you know where you need to stop. So when you put the poles on the boat, then you won't have any white showing here. This was relatively simple to put together, and in fact, I think it's only in 6 pieces when you actually take it apart. So I mean, it'd be relatively easy to transport around with the boat. I don't keep mine inflated. In fact, it's sitting in the bag over there as we speak. Other than taking it out, inflating it long enough for me to do the measurements for the poles, I know other people on there actually use it for their fishing boats and recreational everyday boat. But I mean, for me, this is recreational, of course, but I mean, I'm taking it out of the bag long enough to inflate it, take my family out on the lake for a couple hours, and that's it. Once we're done, I deflate it, put it back in the bag. It goes in the closet until we use it again. So at least for those individuals like myself this would be a very simple project to do. And if you do have any questions, I encourage you to post a comment in the comment section, and I'll try to answer it as best I can. But other than that, I'll actually put a picture up of the final once I actually have the canopy and everything on, so you can see what it looks like. And I'll put that up actually right now. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.